Can you hear it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. So, I shall speak on Bhagavad Gita as it is. The purpose of saying Bhagavad Gita as it is explained
Can hear you. Can you hear
that
it?
there are many editions of Bhagavad Gita. They are interpreted in their own way, giving up the spirit of Bhagavad Gita. So, this particular name, as it is, significant. Perhaps there is no other edition of Bhagavad Gita where it is written as it is. In this connection, Professor Dimmock of Chicago University has written a foreword, and he very much appreciates the theme. He says, Swami Bhaktivedanta comments upon the Gita from this point of view, and that is legitimate. She accepts that Bhagavad Gita as it is legitimate presentation of the great book of knowledge. And he also says, more than that, in this translation, the Western reader has the unique opportunity of seeing how a Krishna devotee interprets his own text. So, about Krishna, the devotees actually can interpret about Krishna book. Others, if they are not devotee, how they can interpret on Krishna? Just like a member of a family can say very nicely about the head of the family, how outsiders can say about the family. That is not possible. Similarly, about Krishna, a Krishna devotee can speak nicely, not others. Others have no right to speak about Krishna. And Krishna also admits Arjuna as the right student of Bhagavad Gita. In the beginning, Krishna says that I have selected you as my student because you are my friend and you are my devotee. So, in other words, we can understand that Bhagavad Gita can be understood who has intimate relationship with Krishna. Just as Krishna says, you are my dear friend. That is intimate relationship with Krishna. And without becoming a devotee, nobody can be intimately related with Krishna. These are the factors to be understood. So, this Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years ago to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the science of understanding God is there in this Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the science of God. Everything has got some science, scientific book to understand that particular subject matter. Similarly, there are different types of concept of God. Generally, they take it as an idea, but we don't take it as idea. We take God as concrete fact. Just like you are seeing me, I am seeing you. This is concrete fact. Similarly, a God can be seen by you, and God is already seeing you. There is no doubt about it. But you can see also God. So that process we have to understand, how to see God. That process is mentioned in all the Vedic scripture. That is called Bhakti Yoga, that process. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya mam avijanati javan jasyami tattva. If anyone wants to know Krishna, what he is, then one has to accept the process of Bhakti Yoga. There are different types of yogas. Yoga means linking oneself with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, speculative yoga will not help us. You have to take concrete yoga. Concrete yoga is Krishna consciousness. So, we have given our introduction of the Bhagavad Gita that one has to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is directed in the Bhagavad Gita. There is direction. How to read Bhagavad Gita. People are reading Bhagavad Gita without taking the direction. This we have explained in the manner that if you take some medicine, there is some direction on the bottle that this is the dose. You take so many drops, so many times, that is direction. Similarly, for understanding Bhagavad Gita actually, you have to accept the direction as given by the author himself, Krishna. He says that long ago, some 40 millions of years ago, he first spoke this Bhagavad Gita to the sun god. And sun god transmitted the knowledge to his son Manu. And Manu transmitted the knowledge to his son Ikha. Imang vivassati yugam prattavan aham abhayam. Vivassan manave praha manu ikha gavibravit. So, the Rajarshis, they are all kings. Manu is king, Maharaj Ikhak is also king, and the sun god Vivassan, he is also king. He is the king of the sun planet, and his grandson Ikhaku became the king of this planet, Maharaj Ikhaku, and in this dynasty, which is known as Raghuvansha, Lord Ramchandra appeared. It is a very old monarchical family, Ikhaku Vansha, Raghuvansha. Vansha means family. So formally, the kings, the head of the administrative executive, they used to learn the thesis or the injunction given by God. So, according to Bhagavad Gita, only a devotee of Krishna, a person who is intimately related with Krishna, he can understand what is Bhagavad Gita. So, Krishna Arjuna, after hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, he addressed him as Parabrahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham, Shasatam, Divyam, Adi, Devam, Ajam, Vivam. He understood Krishna as Parabrahma. Parabrahma means the supreme truth, absolute truth, Parabrahma. Brahma, the living entities, they are also called Brahma. But living entities are not Parabrahma. Parabrahma means supreme. So Arjuna addressed him as Parabrahma and Param Dhama. Param Dhama means the resting place of everything. Everything is resting on the energy of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is called Param Dhama. Just like all these planets are resting on the sunshine, sunshine is the energy of the sun globe. Similarly, this material energy is Krishna's energy, and everything is material or spiritual, everything is resting on Krishna's energy. The resting place is Krishna's energy. In another place, Krishna says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abhakta murtina masthani sarvabhutani nahang teshu avasthita. Krishna says that in my impersonal feature I am spread everywhere, all pervading. God is all pervading by his impersonal feature, namely his energy. The example is given just like heat is the energy of fire. So fire spreads by its heat and light. The fire is in one place, but the heat and light is spreading. Similarly, Krishna is in his own abode, which is called Goloka Vrindavan. There is a planet in the spiritual world, the topmost planet. As the topmost planet within this universe is called Brahmaloka, similarly in the spiritual sky there is the topmost planet which is called Goloka Vrindavan. That is Krishna's place. Krishna is there, but he can expand himself by his different types of energies and by his different types of incarnation. It does not mean that when Krishna was present on this planet, Krishna was absent in Golok Vrindavan. No, it is not like that. Just like I am now present here, I am absent in my apartment. Krishna is not like that. Krishna can be present everywhere, at the same time he can remain in his own abode. That is described in the Brahma Samhita. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuta. Although he is in his abode, which is known as Goloka Vrindavan, he can expand himself everywhere, and actually he has done it. So we must know how he is expanded, in which way he is in contact with us. That is the science. In Bhagavad Gita, these things are explained. So Krishna is addressed as Param Dham, the resting place of everything. Everything is resting. Krishna also says, Masthani sarvabhutani. Everything, material manifestation, is resting on him. Nahang teshu avasthita, but I am not there. These contradictory things. Everything is resting on him, but I am not there. But it is not contradictory. It is very simple to understand. Just like all the planets, they are resting on sunshine. But the sun is far away from the planets, some millions of miles away. But resting on the sunshine means resting on the sun. That's a fact. Therefore Krishna says, Masthani sarvabhutani nahang teshu avastita parabrahma param dhama pavitram. Pavitra means uncontaminated. When we come to this material world, we are also spirit soul, Brahma, not exactly as good as Parabrahma, Krishna, but still.
You want to take a break? Did you mention before? So, can you hear us?
Yes, Prabhu. We can hear.
Okay. So Adipurush before mentioned to have a break in the class and have some discussion, and then we can go back to it. Yes.
Yeah, this is a format that Srila Prabhupada gave us many years ago. We used to follow it every day, at least for a few minutes. So we now had an opportunity to hear from Srila Prabhupada. And now we ask everyone, what did Srila Prabhupada say? Does anyone remember where he started? He started with the idea of who can understand. There are people that understand. Oh, wait a minute.
Only Krishna's devotee can understand Krishna.
Somebody else is talking.
He's talking.
Prabhu, if you come over here, then we can hear you and they can hear you, no?
Okay, can I speak
We
louder?
can hear him. We can hear him.
Okay.
So Krishna's saying, Srila Prabhupada is saying that only a Krishna devotee can understand Bhagavad Gita as it is. That's
He was giving the analogy who can best describe a person. He was telling the family members of they can describe best a particular person. Similarly, Krishna's devotee can best describe Krishna.
And the format that Srila Prabhupada uses, which we try to follow in classes, he makes a point, and then he quotes from scripture. Bhaktyamam avajanati, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, by engaging in devotional service, one can understand Krishna. And then he's qualified to speak. And he quoted some professor who said, this presentation of Bhagavad Gita is legitimate. In other words, many people are presenting Bhagavad Gita, but they are not actually understanding it properly, and therefore they're not qualified to present it.
Bhima has his hand raised.
Go ahead, Bhima. What did Srila Prabhupada say?
Are we here to be quizzed by Adi, the old man with a big conch shell to his ear, or are we here to discuss what Prabhupada said?
We're here to discuss what Prabhupada said and elaborate on it if it's appropriate.
What I wanted to say was it's wild that anybody thinks that they can understand the personality of Godhead, Krishna, within our own human race. You don't get to know somebody by just studying an autobiography or creeping their Facebook page or hearing about them. You actually become their friend. That's the only time you get into that intimate space where you actually get to know who somebody is. And then if you surrender, as in like a marriage or an affair, if you surrender to that person, then you really get to know who they are. So that is present in this world, that the only way you actually can get to know a person is the self same way that we get to know Krishna, which is to surrender our heart. A lot of times people do a lot of service, and that's all wonderful, and you go forward. But if you don't understand why and for whom, then sometimes we're led astray. Anyways, Hare Krishna.
Very, very good. One thing we might add, Srila Prabhupada tells us that it's not that we are understanding that person, but that Krishna is revealing himself to us. Krishna reserves the right, the prerogative, not to reveal himself to anyone and everyone. But like Bhima was saying, when someone surrenders, to the degree that they surrender, to that degree, Krishna reveals himself.
And Prabhupada said that, right? And in the talk, he said that Krishna sees you, Krishna sees, but you can see Krishna, but through bhakti yoga. He talked about jog and the different kind of jog, and he gave the analogy of the prescription on the bottle, that you can't just see him willy-nilly. This bhakti yoga has a process and it has instructions, just like a medicine. And then the instructions are in the Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Srila Prabhupada spoke about Param Brahma. Does anybody remember what he said about Param Brahma? Everyone is Brahman, everyone is spirit, but Param Brahma.
Supreme Spirit.
Supreme Spirit,
Absolutely.
right.
Pervasive everywhere.
No, yeah.
Yeah. And then he quoted from the Brahma Samhita, Goloka Eva Nimishat Bhuto. Dantarasa Paramano Charantarastram, that Krishna is simultaneously present in Goloka Vrindavan, but he's also within and between every atom within the creation. Simultaneously. If he said, if I'm in my room, then I'm not here. But Krishna's not like that.
We would all do well, at least rascals like myself, to always be aware that Krishna is omnipresent, so that we always walk the straight line, the narrow road. If we understand that we're being observed as close as our heart, that's a good thing to remember. Then we'll get there.
Very good point.
He was also talking about the disciplic succession that starts with this. Is it with the sun god? He transmitted it to the sun god, and then the sun god transmitted it to his son, who was Ikaku. Is that right?
Manu.
Oh, Manu, and then Ikaku. And was Ikaku the first king of Earth?
Manu spoke it to Ikshvaku, right?
Oh, okay. I thought it was just interesting and beautiful too to think about the grandson of the sun being the first king of the earth. It kind of makes sense because the earth is made possible by the sun.
Adi's landlord is named Manu.
He's working for the Manu. But the disciplic succession being very important that he emphasizes there.
He spoke about Param Dhamma. What did he say about Param Dhamma? He said Param Brahma, and then he said Param Dhamma. Huh?
Resting place of
Johnny Toy?
resting place of everything.
The sun is the resting place of everything. And he spoke about heat and light, right? What was that analogy?
Fire.
Hmm?
Gave the example of fire.
Fire.
Fire is in one place, but the heat and light of the fire spreads and expands. So like that, Krishna is in one place, he is in Goloka, but his energy can expand and be present.
The energy and the energetic. The source
It's in our Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva, all the way up, Sva Prachotyat, the rays of the sun. Krishna is the source, the fountainhead of all energy, including the sun.
Parasya Sakti of a bit higher. Shruti has many energies, right? . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Well, what else did Prabhupada say? Anything else?
Then we have to follow the instruction that he speaks.
Good point. What's the effect of following the instructions?
We get the desired results.
Right.
Bhakti.
What was that?
Results of following.
The result of following the instructions ultimately is bhakti, right? Is what he said?
Yeah.
Piecing it together.
Well,
I think that was it, Adi.
Hmm?
I think that was it.
Yeah, very good. Everybody got heard and reflected, and this was an interesting thing. We used to do this every day, at least for a few minutes. Listen to Prabhupada, and then everyone would say, "What did Prabhupada say?" And it makes you really listen when you know somebody's going to ask you.
Should we watch some more, Prabhupada?
Say that again.
Shall we watch some more, Prabhupada?
We have what?
We have 15 minutes.
We have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Well,
wow. Yeah, go.
12 minutes, 13 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Because we are part and parcel of Krishna, we are also Brahma, Pavitra. Pavitra means pure. Just like the particle of gold is also gold. If gold is pure, the particle is also pure. So, Krishna comes to this world, we also come to this world. But we are contaminated. But Krishna is not contaminated. The example is, just like in the prison house, there are many prisoners, but if the king or some king's representative minister goes into the prison to inspect things, how things are going on, it does not mean that the king or his minister is also a prisoner. He is not prisoner. But we, living entities, we have been entangled with these material modes of nature. But Krishna never becomes involved in these modes of material nature. That's what he is called Pavitram Paramam. Absolute, pure, Bhavan. Bhavan means you, your lordship. And Purusham. Purusham, he is addressed as a person. God is never impersonal. God is person. Exactly a person like you and me. And when he appeared on this planet, exactly like a human being, 2 hands, 2 legs, walking like human being, talking, behaving like human being, everything. So, God is Purusha. Purusha means man. I mean to say male, not female. Male. Without becoming male, one cannot be enjoyer. In another place, it is stated that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. As soon as the word is used, enjoyer, he must be Purusha, male. So that is described. Arjuna understood him. He is a Purusha, Param Purusha, the supreme person. In another place, Krishna is described as Purushottam, the best of the males. So, Purusham Shasatam Shasatam means eternal. The Mayavadi philosopher, they think that the absolute truth is impersonal. Maya Shakta Manaprartha Jugam Junyan Madasraya Asangsayang Samagrang Mam Jatha Gyasasi Tachino. Arjuna is being advised by Krishna what is God. The conception of God, however we may speculate, it cannot be perfect because God is unlimited, all-pervading. We are limited. So, actually, unless God Himself reveals Himself to the devotee, it is not possible to understand what is God. Therefore, God Himself, Krishna, is speaking about Himself. The process is Maya Sakta Mana. One has to increase attachment for Krishna. We have got now attachment for material things. We have to divert that. Our position is that we must have attachment for something. That is fact. So now, on the bodily concept of life, we have got attachment to this body, and anything pertaining to this body, we have got attached. Just like I have got attachment for my wife. Why? There are millions and thousands of women, beautiful women. I have no attachment for them, but my attachment for my wife, even though she may not be very beautiful, is a fact. Why? Because due to her relation with my body. And similarly, I have got attachment for my country. I have got attachment for my home, my so many things, because I am thinking I am this body, and anything in connection with this body, I am thinking mine. So at the present, my conception of I and mine is wrong. Therefore, if we divert that attachment to Krishna, then we can understand Krishna or God perfectly well. Krishna is just like sun. When there is sunshine, you can see the sun and yourself also. Without sunshine, in the darkness of night, neither you can see the sun nor yourself. Therefore, the process is Maya Shakta Mana, developing Krishna consciousness. Maya Shakta Mana Prartham Jugam Junyan Madasaya. This is the yoga. Yoga means connect.
Okay, what did Srila Prabhupada say? He began to say we're contaminated. Something on the screen here. I'm trying to find. started by saying that we are contaminated, but Krishna is not contaminated. What was that analogy about a prison?
When the king or his ministers go to visit the prison, they're not in prison. So in the same way, Krishna can come to earth and manifest as a human being, but he's not, ensnared here in the same way we are.
Now, Krishna is pure, and we are contaminated. Then what did he say?
both have their hands raised.
Open up. Anybody wants to contribute? Your hand is raised there.
Yeah.
I'm back in college again.
Srila Prabhupada is telling about Krishna as Purushottama, the supreme enjoyer. So
He said Purusha is a man, a person, and Purushottama is the best, the highest quality of person, right?
yeah. At the end of where we paused also, he was telling about, so how Lord is the supreme enjoyer. Yeah.
I've been given the name Adi Purusha. It means Krishna is the one who has the most fun, right? It's the foremost enjoyer. Anyone else remember what Prabhupada said? Come on. Johnny Tai?
How about people just saying anything?
Can say anything.
This is like radio silence.
We're here to glorify Krishna together.
He gave the analogy of a particle of gold. And like the gold is pure and a particle of gold is pure. But he was using that to make the point that actually, even though we're a particle of Krishna and Krishna is pure, we're not pure.
Very good. Part and parcel.
Part and parcel, yeah.
Prabhupada also spoke about attachment due to bodily relation.
Attachment to bodily relation.
Due to bodily relationship, yeah. Attached to particular family members or to country due to its relation with one's physical form.
Then he makes the point that if we become attached to Krishna, then there's a shift. If we're just attached to whoever's attached to my body, then it's limited.
He said actually we have to have attachment, but we have to divert it.
Right, to Krishna.
So it's not a choice to not, we inherently have attachment.
Very good. Rupa Goswami says if we reawaken our love for Krishna, our genuine affection for everyone else will be there simultaneously. So we want to become unlimitedly loving, not just to, he said there's so many girls, but if you were attached to the body, then we just think just my wife I have affection for. But pure, unlimited affection is possible. It's possible. That's our nature. We are by nature loving beings. And underneath everything, everybody loves everybody. We've forgotten that. Nanda Bihar, you've been quiet through the whole class.
Yeah, me and Ram, we were listening very carefully. So what are the nuances in love in this concept of loving everybody? Do I treat you like I treat Ram? Do I treat my wife the same way I treat Bhima Prabhu, for example? Are there nuances in our love?
Different ways.
You already do, Ananda Bihari. You annoy me, and you annoy your wife. It's all one.
Okay, well, the deities are opening now. We'll leave on that note.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hey Govinda, Hari
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Let us see our spiritual master in any way in which you can
By His grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering. Receive Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified, my words emanating from His lotus mouth. Attachment to His lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From Him ecstatic prema emanates, and by Him ignorance is destroyed. Vedic scriptures sing of His character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, friend of the poor and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us, and give us the shade of your lotus feet. May your fame be spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter at your lotus feet.
Thank you, Janet Prabhu. Thank you very much. Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Afterglow. We'll do a brief Afterglow. I wanted to share a reflection. When Srila Prabhupada was explaining how Krishna is everywhere, it was giving me so much hope, as I was thinking of this ocean of material suffering where I'm drowning. helplessly, or drowning in my own consciousness in the darkest corner of the mind that I have. Krishna is right there. Krishna is everywhere, so which means Krishna is right there, ready, eager for me to turn to him and get helped. So that's a little reflection that I'd like to share with you. Timothy, Hare Krishna, good to see you. Who's that next to you? What's her name, Timothy? We have a new friend here. Okay, Timothy. You can tell us later, no problem. Would anyone else like to reflect? I'm staring at the blank squares. Hare Krishna. Okay, anywhere, wherever you are, Krishna is right there. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Karen, where's Isaiah? Yeah. If I'm in the same room with Isaiah, I'm on the right path. Isaiah, do it. Finish our yagya. Finish our offering. One more time, Isaiah, one more time. It was a little muted. Maybe it's my ears. Maybe it's my ears. How are you doing? What did you say, Bhima Prabhu?
I said that's like my chanting in the back of my head. It's so distant and muted and can't really hear the name, and it's just like a little shadow of the name peeps out and promises me one day I'll be able to hear it.
Yeah, one day. Did you say Adi had conch shells for ears? Is that what you said?
No, you ever see those old men who put a big funnel to their ear? Sonny, what did you say, Sonny?
No, it's not. It stimulates the mind when we're quizzed by Adi. Okay.
I feel put on the spot because I have no answers to any of it. I'm like the guy who didn't study during the pop quiz.
Yeah.
I didn't study.
I'm with you. No, I was listening to Prabhupada. It's so nice. You feel like you're a pure devotee when you're listening to Prabhupada. And then when you go out the door, so it all vanishes. But it's okay. We have to keep trying. All right. Dear devotees, thank you for your association. Hare Krishna. We love you.